Reporting on crime is an ugly business. You come across horrible details that reveal what human beings are truly capable of. But some crimes go even beyond that. They make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. One such incident was reported on New Year's Eve, this New Year's Eve. There are multiple versions doing the rounds about what happened. We will start with the police version. A 20-year-old girl was returning home after work on Saturday. Her scooter met with an accident near Khanjawala in the outskirts of Delhi. The car which hit her did not stop and sped away from the site. But this young woman's body actually got entangled in the car's wheel. She was dragged along the road for almost 13 kilometers, 47 minutes. Can you imagine the agony and the pain that this young woman went through as the entire country and the entire world were getting ready to step into a new year? Dragged by a car, possibly at high speed, over 13 kilometers. There were 5 people inside this car. But according to their version, no one heard or felt anything. And when they did, after 13 kilometers, they removed the body, left the woman to die, and fled. She was later discovered naked with multiple fractures and injuries and no clothes on her body. Some reports also claim her head had almost separated from her body. The police identified the 5 men tracking their car. All of them were arrested. They have been sent to 3 days in police custody. Listen in to what the police is saying.
दिल्ली पुलिस जो विक्टिम है उसके परिवार से लगातार संपर्क में है। जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रहा है उसकी उनको पूरी जानकारी दी जा रही है। इसके अलावा जो 5 एक्यूज्ड हैं इनकी 3 दिन की पुलिस कस्टडी मिली है जो फर्दर इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे। उस इन्वेस्टिगेशन के आधार पर जो भी नए तथ्य आएंगे और जो फॉरेंसिक टीम्स और लीगल टीम्स हैं उनके असिस्टेंट्स के बाद जो पुलिस अपना काम है पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन जल्दी से जल्दी कंप्लीट करेगी।
Now, that's the version put out by cops and the accused. But the victim's family is not buying it. The girl's mother believes it is a case of sexual assault, much like Nirbhaya, that these 5 men assaulted the 20-year-old and then left her to die. The family, in fact, staged a protest today outside the Sultanpuri police station. They also are accusing cops of a cover-up. My colleague Ila is joining me now with the family of that young woman. Ila, you're with the family of that young 20-year-old. One can only imagine what they are going through. But why do they believe this is a cover-up?
Well, Shreya, absolutely painful incident, absolutely horrific incident. Anjali, 20-year-old, who was coming from her work to home, was dragged for around 13 to 14 kilometers for 47 minutes. And now all the 5 accused are under custody. But what family is going through is unimaginable. It's so painful. Her mother is on dialysis. She was the sole earner of the family and there is no one left now. I am being joined by her sister, Preeti, right with me. आपको क्यों ये विश्वास है, क्यों ऐसा लग रहा है कि उसके साथ रेप हुआ है या सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट हुआ है जबकि पुलिस उसे एक्सीडेंट बता रही है?
मैम, रेप में और क्या कहते हैं एक्सीडेंट में कोई अंतर है क्या? सब चीज का फर्क होता है मैम। एक्सीडेंट तो हमने भी देखे हुए हैं, रोड पे हम देखते नहीं है रोज एक्सीडेंट और रेप का केस। नंगा बदन कैसे पाएगा लड़की का जो इतने अच्छे कपड़े पहन कर जाती है और नीचे भी जींस के नीचे गरम वो पहन कर जाती है लेगी। मैम, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता, ये रेप करा हुआ है, हमें तो उनको सजा दिलवानी है। और भले पैसे देकर वो दबाना चाहें तो हम उसमें कुछ नहीं कर सकते, हम गरीब हैं, हम ये तो है नहीं हम भी पैसा मार सकते हैं, ये काम नहीं होता।
अंजलि से जब बात हुई थी, आखिरी क्या बात हुई थी, क्या कहा था उसने आपसे?
मेरे से तो कहीं नहीं, मेरी नानी से कही है बात।
जी, आई हैव ग्रैंड मदर ऑल्सो। नानी जी, आपसे आखिरी बात हुई थी अंजलि की, क्या बात हुई थी?
अंजलि की
जी
नहीं, वो तो अपनी मम्मी से बोल के गई थी ना, मम्मी मैं काम पे जा रही हूँ और आप खाना मत बनाना, मैं खाना लेके ही आऊँगी अगर मेरा काम जल्दी ख़त्म हो गया तो। फिर उसकी मम्मी ने इंतजार देखा है तो उसकी मम्मी ने 9:30 बजे फ़ोन किया है। अंजलि ने फ़ोन उठाया है तो कह रही है मम्मी मैं अभी काम पहली बात तो ख़त्म नहीं हुआ, तुम खाना मंगा लो और मैं अगर लेट हो भी सकती हूँ तो मैं सवेरे 3-4 बजे तक आ जाऊँगी।
फिर जब वो नहीं आई तो आप लोगों को कैसे पता चला?
नहीं 10:30 बजे जैसे फ़ोन कर रहा तो स्विच ऑफ हो गया फिर दोबारा उसका। सवेरे 7 बजे फिर कंजावले से फ़ोन आया मेरी लड़की के पास, बोला आपकी अंजलि का एक्सीडेंट हो गया है, ये गाड़ी यहाँ पे खड़ी है, आप कंजावले थाने में आ जाओ। कंजावले थाने में गए, वहाँ 2-3 घंटा गुमराह करा, हमने कहीं ना दिखाया कुछ भी, हार के लौट के सुल्तानपुरी थाने में ही रख
बॉडी
दिया।
कब दिखाई?
डेथ बॉडी तो अभी दिखाई नहीं हो तो आज ही बताई है जब इतना हंगामा हुआ है। कल पूरे दिन थाने में बैठे रहे, कुछ नहीं दिखाया उन्होंने। आज भी दोपहर तक कुछ नहीं दिखाया। ये तब गए हैं जब थोड़ा हंगामा हुआ है, जब थोड़ा उन्होंने तसल्ली दी है, जब उसको देखने गए हैं लेके गए हैं।
पुलिस कार्रवाई जो अब तक हुई है, क्या उससे आप लोग संतुष्ट हैं? और दूसरी बात कि अंजलि का फोन वगैरह जो उसके साथ था वो क्या आप लोगों को मिला है?
नहीं, अभी तक नहीं मिला हमें फोन। और पुलिस वाले यूँ कह रहे हैं कि एक्सीडेंट हुआ। हमें तो गवाह भी मिला हुआ है, तो वो कैसे कह रहा है? उसने बेचारे ने पीछा भी कराया और पुलिस की गाड़ी 2 गुजरी है तो उसने पकड़ा क्यों नहीं? उसे इतनी बड़ी लड़की दिखी नहीं? कुत्ते का भी बच्चा दिख जाता है हमें तो गाड़ी के नीचे के वो जा रहा है नीचे, हम उसे भी बचाते तो वो तो इंसान था। पुलिस वाले इतने अंधे हो गए, कहते ना कानून अंधा है, तो हकीकत में अंधा ही रह गया वो कानून।
तो अब आप लोग क्या चाहते हैं, क्या किया जाना चाहिए?
मेरे तो पहली बात मेरी बहन को इंसाफ मिले, और मेरे ये छोटे छोटे बहन भाई हैं जो जिनको खिलाती पिलाती थी, मेरी माँ का सहारा बनी हुई थी, अब इनका क्या बने होगा? इनका कोई सहारा तो बनाओ। अब कौन है इनका सहारा?
पुलिस ने क्या कहा है? पोस्टमार्टम हो चुका है, कब तक आप लोगों को जो है शव
कुछ नहीं
मिलेगा?
बताया, अभी तो कुछ नहीं बताया। मेरी आधी से ज्यादा फैमिली तो मेरे मामा वो चाचा था वो सब उधर ही पड़े हुए हैं। मेरे क्या
अभी तो कुछ ही नहीं बताया, अभी तो पोस्टमार्टम होगी जब पता लगेगा। एक्सीडेंट है या रेप किया तो आप ही पता लग जाएगा। जब रेप किया है तो आप ही फांसी पे होंगे वो।
अच्छा, इन्होंने जो आरोप लगाया है और जो धारा लगाई है वो 304 है, जिसमें है कि गैर इरादतन हत्या, यानी कि जब आप इरादा नहीं करते और हत्या हो जाती है। आप लोगों का क्या कहना है इस धारा पे?
हम तो वो तो उन धारा के लिए तो फांसी होनी है, और है वो रेप का केस, एक्सीडेंट का केस नहीं है।
जी बिल्कुल।
हाँ,
आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे जो ये इन्होंने आरोप लगाया है गैर इरादतन?
हाँ जी, ये रेप का केस है।
So as you can hear, the plight of the victim's family here, they are going through unimaginable pain here right now, and they are demanding justice for their daughter who was the sole earner of the family. They are saying that a fair probe should be done and the culprit should be punished strictly. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Ela. One can understand what the family is going through right now. She was the sole earner of her family. Her mother is undergoing dialysis, so this is a tough time for the family as well. Now, the Delhi Commission for Women is also raising some of these questions that the family has raised on our television screens in the last couple of minutes. DCW chairperson Swati Maliwal, in fact, has asked the Delhi police to clarify whether the victim was sexually harassed or not. And frankly, we also have some questions about this absolutely horrible incident. How do 5 people in a car not realize they are dragging a human being for 13 kilometers, 47 minutes? Why was there no patrol or checkpoints in this route? Fact is, this was New Year's Eve. This was 31st December. This is a time when the entire Delhi police and police around this country are on absolute high alert. Is this how alert they were? And why are the cops so eager to rule out sexual assault without actually conducting a test? There's a postmortem that is currently underway. Swati Maliwal is the DCW chief. She's joining us on the broadcast as well. Swati, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. We've just spoken to the family. The family is convinced there is sexual assault involved here. Is that your analysis as well? Because the 5 men are claiming they simply didn't know that a woman had come under their wheel and they were dragging her along for 47 minutes.
I think it is a very shocking and very horrific case. And there are several questions that the Delhi police must answer. We've issued summons to the Delhi police because I want to understand exactly what happened. How is it that 5 men claim that they did not realize that a live woman, has come under their car, and they drag her for 12 kilometers? And this is the version of the Delhi police as well, because we've seen in the today's papers how the police has said that because music was being played very loud, that is why these people did not realize that they were pulling along a live woman. I think it is extremely shocking. How is it that Delhi police came to this conclusion within a few hours of investigation? What kind of an investigation is this? Right now, even the postmortem report has not come. Let it at least come. Let the rape be ruled out first. That is the first and foremost step. The second thing is that maybe this girl was traveling alone, and these men were in a drunken state, and they tried to sexually harass her. They said something to her, they tried to stop her, they tried to molest her, probably, and when she resisted, they attacked her and they did this to her. This can also be one of the angles. Why is it that that is not being explored? And that angle will not even come in the post-mortem report. So for the Delhi police to completely rule that out and to intimidate journalists and tell them that there was no rape, and if you talk about a rape or if you talk about any kind of a sexual harassment, action will be taken against you, I think this speaks very poorly of them. And the bigger question is, it was New Year's Eve. How is it that she gets dragged along for 12 kilometers and not even a single PCR stops the car? No checkposts of the police? And what are these tall claims of the police where they claim that because they have 80,000 police officers, they are on the streets, they are manning the streets of Delhi, it is very safe on New Year's Eve. How safe was it for this 20-year-old girl who was the sole bread earner of her family? She had only gone for work. Can women not go out for work at night in the state of Delhi? It's extremely shocking. We've issued summons to the Delhi police. I think they have a lot to explain, and whatever reports I'm seeing and whatever conversations we've had with the family as well as with the eyewitnesses, I think Delhi police has a lot more to answer. And I'm very shocked that till now, no action has been taken against certain officers of Delhi police, which I feel must be done.
Okay, so we'll just, again, as I say, let's not jump the gun. There is a post-mortem that is being conducted. The family doesn't know what the result of that post-mortem is. We'll try and find that out as well. But the family is convinced that the girl was sexually assaulted. You're saying it could have happened. But something as horrifying as this has happened in the national capital, can I ask you whether what you think about the whole thing being politicized? Because we've seen some massive protests today by the Aam Aadmi Party outside the LG's residence. Where was the need to do that?
Look, I'm not a political person. I have been raising this issue about lack of safety of women for the past several years as an activist, and now for the past 7 years as the Delhi Commission for Women chief. Every day, over 500 women and girls are approaching the Delhi Commission for Women. They are screaming, they are crying, there is sexual harassment, there is rape, there is domestic violence, there is cyber crime. The number of crimes and the brutality of crimes has gone up a lot. They are screaming and are in pain. Their pain has become our pain. We are screaming. But unfortunately, we are exactly where we were 10 years back. 10 years back, the Nirbhaya incident happened and everybody was out on the streets. Everybody was protesting. People were wanting better laws. People were wanting better systems. But today, 10 years later, we are exactly where we were, and we are still talking about simple, basic necessities about having a police which is more accountable, about ensuring more resources to the police, which is not the case right now. What is the condition of our forensic laboratories? What is the condition of our trial courts? Why is it that after 10 years of Nirbhaya gang rape, horrific case, we are still in a situation where there is no deterrence? People are able to get away with crimes. Why is it that there is no certainty and swiftness of punishment, which I feel that until that is there, not much will change, because people right now, they feel that they can operate with impunity. Criminals are operating with impunity, and this is a classic case, an example for that. How is it that they were able to just walk away? 12 kilometers, they drag the girl, and nothing happens. And there are eyewitnesses accounts which have said, there is this one man, I've been hearing him on the national television today, and he has been saying again and again how he followed them for 1.5 hours and made over 20 calls to the Delhi police. For 1.5 hours, a citizen of Delhi decides to follow this car to do his bit. Where was the Delhi police? Were they sleeping? So if we don't have an accountable system, I don't think anything will change. And I think the issue today should be about the complete lack of functioning of Delhi police, especially in this case. And I think action should be taken against certain officers of Delhi police for conducting the investigation in the manner that they have done till now.
Okay, Swati Maliwal, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. As I was mentioning, the Aam Aadmi Party is smelling a cover-up here. They claim one of the 5 accused is a member of the BJP, that the Delhi police and the Lieutenant Governor are joining hands to cover up what happened to this young girl. Aam Aadmi Party workers, in fact, today staged a massive protest outside the LG's residence. Those pictures from there. The cops responded by firing water cannons to disperse these protesters. Meanwhile, Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has called this a rarest of rare case. He wants the accused to be given the death penalty. Listen in.
समझ में नहीं आता कि हमारा समाज किस तरफ जा रहा है जब कुछ लड़कों ने अपनी गाड़ी से एक लड़की को कई किलोमीटर तक घसीटा और उसकी बहुत दर्दनाक मौत हो गई। अभी उसका पोस्टमार्टम मैंने पता किया था, अभी पोस्टमार्टम शायद चल रहा है और जो भी उसकी रिपोर्ट आएगी मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि और अपील करता हूं कि चाहे जितने भी रसूख वाले क्यों ना हों जो दोषी हैं उनको सख्त से सख्त सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए। ऐसा ये तो रेयरेस्ट ऑफ रेयर क्राइम्स में आता है, ऐसे लोगों को तो फांसी की सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए।